What is up mga mananap? Welcome back to the Warren. It's your girl Bunny. However, this is not our usual Warren. This is a new channel. I know what you're probably thinking. What are you doing making a second channel when your first channel has not popped off? Good question. So my second channel, is going to be specifically for my voice brand stuff. Getting into that whole voice acting thing now. So this is the YouTube channel for that. This is where my vlogs are going to go. This is where my vlogs are going to go. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's it. I just recently joined a voice acting workshop so I joined the Certified Voice Acting Program. This is the 16th batch. By some stroke of luck and the grace of God, I was able to join as a scholar. So let me tell you all about the events leading up to this and what happened during our very first meeting. Now, if you ask anybody who's known me for more than a week, they will know ever since I was a kid, my dream was to become like a marine biologist or something, right? Now, that dream didn't exactly pan out the way I imagined, although I still consider myself pursuing that. It's just on hold for now. But yeah, that's what most people know me as, and that's what I studied for. I mean, I did marine biology for 3 years, and then I did film for a year, and then I mostly work in film now. But I digress. That is the dream that everybody knows. Now, the dream that I didn't really tell people was that secretly I wanted to become a cartoon character. But knowing how ridiculous that sounded, I never really told anybody. And also, I kind of had a little bit of, as a little kid, I had some self-esteem issues. I didn't really project confidence the same way I do now. So if anybody tells you that I can't keep a secret, that's a lie. Because I was keeping this secret, but I guess it's not a secret anymore. I've done a few voice acting things throughout the years. I had a few gigs. I did a few narrations here and there. I did some character voices here and there. But it was never actually something that I pursued for one reason or another. Even though I knew that I would be good at it, I still partially doubted my ability. So there's that. And one of the things that kind of brought me back into thinking about it was I went on TikTok, I recorded this video that was, totally out of pocket, and I was just making it to show my friends and stuff. And surprisingly enough, it did blow up, and I did get a lot of followers from that. A lot of people were saying that, oh my god, your voice sounds amazing, you should be a voice actor, your character voices are good, you have a lot of emotion in there, you have a lot of control in your voice. And I thought, if hundreds of people are saying it, it must be right. Okay, that doesn't apply to everything, but you know what I mean. In this context, I believed them. And that's not to say I didn't have the support of my family and friends. They were telling me the exact same thing, but the greatest barrier sometimes is yourself. And finally, an opportunity presented itself. A really good friend of mine, Claire, you might know her as Claire on Air, from Y101 Cebu. She invited me one day to go on a trip to top of Cebu with a few friends that she said were from the voice acting industry. And I was like, okay, that's so cool. I would love to meet them. And it turns out that was gonna be the very first meeting of CVAP Cebu, because there's gonna be a Cebu faction, charter, organization, branch. The word is branch, like a tree. And then all of a sudden, I found myself surrounded by people who would have the same tendency as me to blurt random things in a random accent or a voice, but professionally. I've always believed in divine timing. Okay, that's a lie. I've never always believed in it, but recently I've started believing in it, and I feel like this is it. The combination of the encouragement I felt, the confidence I now have, and meeting the right people at what seems to be the right time when I don't really have a lot going on for me right now. I used to be super busy all the time. Made the message very clear.
Do it!
Alright, so those are all the events leading up to it. Now, let's talk about what happened on the very first day of the workshop. Now, my challenge was waking up a little bit before 9 a.m. I usually work late into the night, maybe until around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., so I usually end up waking at around noon. I would like to thank Coffee for always being there for me, for being by my side, especially when I need it the most, which is every day. Finally, the Zoom call began with about, I think, 14 instructors, if I'm not mistaken, and around 60 or so students. And then we watched a presentation on what being a voice artist was really like. In every profession, there's always going to be misconceptions. And when they were talking about misconceptions about voice artists, it really reminded me of when I was back in marine biology, and I would tell people, and they'd say something like, oh my goodness, so you're in the military? Bro, look at me. Okay, I know people as small as me can get into the military, they do great, but the thing is, if you yell at me, I will cry. I was not meant for any type of combat past video game. So yeah, we were talking about misconceptions. We're doing a little bit of getting to know you. Some classmates were introducing themselves, and it was nice to see how many different people from all walks of life, from all ages, and all types of professions were like interested in this. So, you know, there's really not just one type of person that would get into voice acting or that want to get into voice acting. We went into breakout rooms consisting of like 2 instructors each, and then maybe about 10 students, less than 10 students really, because 60 students is a lot. So the breakout rooms made sense. And I think that 2 instructors per 10 people is a really good number. The best part about all of this is that everyone gets like a little bit of attention, everyone gets like to be checked up on, and nobody's like really left behind.
Ohana means family.
And you know what was kind of funny? The girls were very loud and outspoken, like me, and then the guys were a little bit shy and reserved for now. But I'm sure we'll all get more comfortable with each other. Our instructors often repeated that eventually we would be going crazy. Little do they know is that I created crazy. But honestly, I'm just so here for it. I like personality, you know? I could see that everybody who is there, like talented, they're passionate, there's something that they want to learn and they're going for it, which is great. I love being surrounded by people like that, because I mean, obviously, going to workshops like this, it's not required. Like, you don't have to do it so you can get a job. This is something that you do because you want to do. So you know you're surrounded by people with the same, more or less the same goal as you. And everyone has the potential to be able to do things that they would never have imagined. Now we just need a little bit of guidance, that's all. Honestly, seeing like the range of the talents or like the voices and, you know, just like how everybody looked and interacted with each other was just absolutely a breath of fresh air. I love learning new things, and I love being surrounded by people who want the same thing. Some voices were polished and well trained, some were more natural and podcasty, and some were shaky and nervous, but full of potential. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I hope the others had fun too. It's gonna be even more fun when we're comfortable with each other. So I'm really looking forward to what the next few weeks will bring and what will happen after as well. This is me finally beginning my voice acting journey. I feel like I've waited for this a long time. Anyway, that's the end of the first video on this YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will follow me on the rest of my voice acting journey. Okay, bye! Bye-bye now. Okay, bye!